another episode of my Pretend TV show. Today is my birthday, so we're celebrating with cake. No, I'm not baking, but I'm hoping to learn how from pastry chef Noel Omamalin. Hi, Noel!
Hi, and happy birthday, Nana. Thank you for
And,
inviting me over.
and thank you for agreeing to be my guest on my birthday. Ikaw
Of
lang ang
course.
bisita ko, o, di ba? Special.
It's social distancing at work.
Oo nga. Oo nga. This is how we celebrate nowadays. So you're based in Dubai, diba?
Yes, in
Oo.
Dubai.
And what are you doing in Dubai?
So in Dubai, I have my own company called the Nifty Chef, and it's been running for about 3 months now.
Okay, it's pretty new.
Very new, yeah, exactly.
And what does the company do? What is this business all about?
So Nifty Chef actually innovates your menu. So if you have a new business or you have an old business and you need help regarding changing up your menu, making it more current or something that's more creative, then I come in and help you out with it.
And you cater to businesses just in Dubai or anywhere?
Well, at the moment, it works within the region because of, well, proximity. But actually, I'm open to any businesses around the world who needs desserts, like creative desserts. So it just so happened that I'm very focused on the Arabic kind of flavors. That's why all of my clients are from the region. But of course, I'm always open. Even in the Philippines, I would love to do something like that.
I'm sure you will. Before you established Nifty Chef, you worked in many other companies, diba? I have a list here.
Yeah.
Among those you worked for are Etihad Air,
Yes, that's correct. So,
Fairmont Hotel in Dubai, Sofitel Fiji, and Burj Al Arab. How do I pronounce that? Tama ba?
tama. Yeah, you
Okay.
pronounce it correctly.
Madami, tsaka parang medyo mga big time. So you've had so much experience, you've collected so much knowledge, and I know that the past couple of years you've been sharing this, with everybody through different ways. One is through a book.
Yes, through a book right behind you.
Exactly. It's your book.
Yep.
This came out when? 2017.
17, yeah. So that's like 3 years back.
So what's in this book?
Well, the book is actually more of like an exploration about my artistry and also my passion. So this book is not meant to teach like the beginners how to have the basics, in baking, but it's more like who is Chef Noel, what kind of a chef he is and what's his passion about. So this is like an exploratory kind of book, but of course it has as well in mga basic recipes, and it will just inspire other people, especially Filipinos, to that there's a bigger dream waiting for you. So if you want to go for it, you can do it.
And this is available where?
You can get it from Amazon at the moment. So it's not available in bookstores as a printed book, but it's something you can order and then they will print it for you.
Okay, so from Amazon. And
Yes.
then you're also part of 2 other books, with other chefs.
Yes, that's correct. So after a year after that, I was approached by one editor-in-chief. Actually, she is also from our school, from UP.
Okay.
And then she just spotted me because of my book. So thank God that I published my book. And it's called The New Filipino Kitchen. So I'm going to flash it.
Ikaw naman, Exhibit B.
And actually, I need to give you a copy as well because this is available locally in the Philippines in fully booked, I guess. I'm not sure as well in National Bookstore, but it's a printed copy. And so she actually was scouring the world for Filipino chefs who are trying to, make a breakthrough in their career. And so, hindi lang siya recipes actually. There's a story. For example, I shared about Silvanas.
Okay.
And then, what's the story behind Silvana? Why I came up with that
That's nice.
recipe? So my story and my content emotional connection. So
Oo.
when people read the book, it's more like storytelling as well. So maganda siya. It's
You
something
might have more appreciation for the dish pag alam mo
exactly,
yung kwento behind it.
exactly. And this is won awards as well. So I'm so glad to be part of it.
Wow, wow.
And they're
And
making a second.
recently, the
Yeah,
second, di ba, recently, that was just a few months ago, or not
yeah.
even months
No,
na ba?
not even a month. Like less than a month ago.
Okay, okay. This one is called Come Together.
Yes, come together, and this happened by chance. And the author told me things happen for a reason. He said he was wondering why we've never talked before. So he hunted me down on social media. I was posting something about my heritage, So he said, you know what, we parang hindi pa daw masyadong na-represent yung Filipino artistry sa international publication. So he said, why don't you contribute something about Filipino dessert? So yeah, I came up with something, and he was really happy. And what really is amazing is that yung mga chefs dyan are actually they are like Michelin star chefs. They have been part of the world's top 50 restaurants this year. So and then I work from my own lab here in Dubai in my own home. So it's very humbling. They really look at your passion, yung artistry mo. It's not about what's around you, but you as a person, kung ano yung ma-contribute mo, what do you have for us, for the world to
It's
see.
honor, di ba?
Yeah, it is.
So, honor for you, honor for the Philippines. And ito, no, so in the book, there are 84 of the world's finest
84.
chefs. Diba?
Exactly. Yeah.
From 6 continents,
Yes.
covering 31 countries.
Yeah.
Galing, galing. And then, ito last year ba to? Itong nag-talk ka, no, sa
Oh,
TED.
yeah, it was last year. It was like,
That was last year.
was it like 4 months back? Yeah, that's exactly me.
Parang gulo-gulo na yung calendar natin because of COVID, eh, no? But yes, that was the last year. I think that was the last time we had lunch together, no?
Yeah, we did. We caught up after my TED talk, and then yeah, so it was like October or something.
Oh, so anong topic mo dito?
So yung TEDx, I didn't know how the process actually works during the time. So in Dubai, there is one university that's how you call this? That they were able to get like sort of the franchise for TEDx here in Dubai. So they were hunting for people who can talk about crossroads. So kumbaga, you're somewhere in the middle and you are going to decide what are you going to do with your talent, your experience. And for my part, it was more about culinary. So it's something that's close to everybody's hearts because everybody eats.
Yeah.
So and then they asked me like, so what's unique about you? And I said, well, I'm a heritage chef. And they said, what's with heritage? I said, well, here in Dubai, I bake, I cook for non-Filipino people, and they love what I'm doing. So the only way for me to break into that kind of market is by valuing heritage, and not just their heritage, but also mine. Kaya they were intrigued. So they said, how did a Filipino guy, able to get the nostalgia of the Arabic people? It's not easy because sobrang magkaiba yung culture eh. But I was able to break into that domain. Kaya it became more like something that will make people intrigued, and why my TEDx talk would be valuable kasi chefs would be able to learn something, and even for people who are probably, right now kasi andun na yung interracial marriages, diba? So it's more of opening up everyone's eyes na you can break into someone else's culture by valuing someone's heritage. So the talk was more about a Filipino guy doing someone else's, food, and he was able to do it very successfully. So how did he do that? So ganun yung essence ng TED Talk.
And this is available online. They can
Yeah, they can watch it online on YouTube for sure. Yeah, on the TEDx channel, they can find it.
Okay, so let's show some of the things that you make. Hindi pala natin na pakita yung feature na recipe mo
Yeah.
in the come together book, no? Let's show
Yes.
it now.
That was the ube. Yeah. So this is actually ube inspired madeleine. So it's more like a French recipe. Let's just call it as a cookie, a soft cookie. So soft French cookie, but I made it, did it using ube as the base because I love ube. It's a fact since I was growing up, I love ube, and the color itself really makes people go crazy and they get curious. Like, ano yan, you know, it's just naturally purple and it's just amazing. Sa Baguio pa nga, di ba? I always buy the ube jam.
Yeah.
So I love ube, and so I made something out of it, and so it became very
So that's in that book, Come
come
Together.
together. Yeah. By the way, online it's free to download, so you don't have to pay for it.
Okay, how do they download or where do they go to find it?
Probably we can share the link later on with them.
Okay.
And for now, it's free because the author wants people to be motivated, to be inspired because of COVID.
Mm.
But later on, it will be a printed copy. So when it's printed, then of course it will be available for sale na siya.
And then I want to show also another thing that you've created. What is this?
Oh yeah, this is one of my favorite chocolates. This is pili nut with the Oro chocolates back home, and I'm a big fan of Oro chocolate, so I'm always promoting our own chocolates. So ito made with dark chocolate with pili nut from Albay, and the company is based outside of the Philippines, pero they are getting the pili nuts from Albay.
I see.
But it's
Ito.
called Mount Kyle pili nuts, yeah.
Ito may kinalaman ako dito sa
Oh my God.
next item na.
Alam ko na yan.
Yan, ano yan?
Alright, so, so this is, I had a very delicious Ginomis, what's the name again? The
Milky Way.
Milky Way, yeah. So, I got inspired, and since I love anything about Filipino desserts, so I created something that's very unusual. And then actually we featured this sa isang masterclass in Singapore, showing them how to make this. Yep. So I was really like bringing all the flavors of the Philippines, and this is ginumis. So you wouldn't imagine that ginumis will be like this. Diba may gulaman? So yan, sa taas may gulaman.
So pretty, so pretty. And then ito, kilala ng lahat ito. Pero din na-inspire ka din, di ba? After our merienda in Milky Way.
Exactly. It was not a merienda.
Version of?
It was dessert lunch. Yep. So this one is my take on halo-halo.
Yeah.
That's why you can see there the munggo sa ibabaw, may leche flan, of course ube, and then sa loob nun may makapuno. So lahat ng elements ng halo-halo meron dyan sa loob.
Sobrang ganda.
Okay.
Parang mahirapan ako siguro kainin yan. Diba? Ayan. So, ang dami nating pictures na pinakita, ang daming kwento-kwento. Now, it's time to bake. And what are we going to bake?
Actually, I thought about something kasi we are all we're just stuck at home. So this is something that is super, super easy. Even Nana can do it, Even pretend chefs can do it. Kasi parang ano ka lang, parang you can
even Nana can do it. Parang anong meaning nun?
Kasi I heard about Nana's mga culinary conundrums with her turbo, what was that?
Turbo broiler.
Turbo broiler. So sabi ko, you know what? It's her birthday, so we have to do a cake that will be easy breezy to make, di ba? So this cake pala, ano lang siya, it doesn't need a lot of ingredients. So parang halo-halo lang din. So it's just like our halo-halo. Mag-mix ka lang literally.
Tsaka it will be using ingredients that are easily accessible, no?
Exactly.
Because during the ECQ, medyo mahirap mag-shopping ng mga ingredients.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we'll try to make it more adaptable to whatever you have in your kitchen.
And the limited skills of Nana. Iniisip ko kasi kanina pa kung aaminin ko ba na batchmates tayo sa hotel and restaurant administration.
Kailangan mo aminin.
Pero ikaw, yan ang ginagawa mo. Ako, clueless.
Well, we're still connected because of food, diba?
Right, that's true. That's true. Okay, so shall we move to your kitchen?
Yep, let's move. So welcome to my kitchen. So these are the ingredients that I assembled for our pretend chef's chocolate cake, diba? The ultimate chocolate cake. To make it a lot easier, actually, you can see sobrang konti lang. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things around me, and also an extra bowl and baking pan. So what you need is you put your first batch of ingredients containing yung chocolates, sugar, butter, and then the water as well. Kasi ang gagawin natin dito, we just need to melt them down.
Okay, so what kind of chocolate?
Okay, the chocolate, by the way, is the dark chocolate. Should be unsweetened. Kumbaga, pwede kang gumamit ng tablea. And I love the tablea of Malagos chocolate. It's one of my favorite. But if you have like medyo bittersweet, it's still okay. It will work. So medyo sweet ng konti yung cake mo. Will be more on the less chocolatey, but it's still gonna be working.
Okay.
If you don't have yung chocolate bars, pag meron ka lang cocoa powder sa bahay like Ricoa or Bensdorf, ang substitution nito is for every ounce ng chocolate, you will use 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. Yun lang, halo mo lang, and then you can put it in the pot as well, together with the sugar, butter, at yung tubig.
Okay, so sugar, butter, water, and the chocolate.
Yeah. And regarding the sugar, some people, they don't like it too sweet, so I would, like in this case, I'm just using muscovado or raw sugar para medyo less, less sweet. And you can also do half-half. But you can also even try to use panucha. Why not? It's also sugar. You can use it. So it will have a different taste profile, but still, it's gonna work. Let's look for other things.
It's still gonna look like a cake in the end.
So now what I'm doing is just melting it down on low heat. So medyo maarte yung aking hot dito. You can use, of course, flame or anything na makapag-melt. So I'm just gonna use the whisk kasi nga, pag whisk, mas madali siyang i-blend. Pag wala kang whisk, edi, wooden spoon. As long as you can stir it, para hindi mag-burn yung ilalim. So yeah, I'm just melting it down. Talagang, you don't really boil this.
So that's low heat, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm using the tablea ng Malagos dito para talagang truly Pinoy siya.
So in the recipe that you gave me, it's 4 ounces of unsweetened chocolate.
Yep.
1/2 cup of unsalted butter.
That's
then you
correct.
said that margarine is also fine.
Yes.
And then 2 cups of sugar. As you mentioned earlier, it can be done with half muscovado and half white.
Yes.
What are you using now?
Well, now I'm using muscovado sugar. Kasi I like, yeah.
2 cups mismo, all muscovado.
Yeah, all 100%. Di ako like half-half. Kasi I like my chocolate more bittersweet. Tsaka mas, pag muscovado kasi medyo earthy yung taste ng cake mo. Hindi siya yung parang cotton candy sweet.
Okay.
Diba? Mga small details talagang nalalaman.
And then 1 cup water.
You love coffee, you can use Americano. If you're close to maybe Starbucks, you can go down and have the Americano. You can replace water with Americano. It will have a coffee chocolate taste. It will improve the flavor there. Diba?
Okay. So 1 cup of coffee instead of 1 cup water.
Exactly, yeah. So you can do a lot of things with it.
Ano na yan? Choco coffee cake.
Exactly. But actually, pag kinain mo siya, mas iba yung kick ng cake pag may coffee din.
Oo, hindi ako makakatulog. 6 a.m. na.
So this is the beauty of this recipe. Napaka-flexible niya. Kaya nga, this is for the pretend chefs. Dahil very forgiving yung recipe mo. So ayan, it's already melted. We don't want to cook this kasi nga, we just want to dissolve. Yung number 1 priority is to dissolve the chocolate and dissolve the sugar. And all the rest will also be dissolved anyway. So hindi mo siya lulutuin. Ano lang talaga siya. Melt down. So you don't even need to boil it. Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's melted already. I don't know if you can see it from there.
Closer pa. And then, can you tilt it some more?
You can?
Medyo, okay.
So, ano lang siya, parang gumagawa ka lang ng thick na hot chocolate. Parang sikwate lang. Espresso. Sikwate eh. So
Okay.
now we have this. So, ang next step is actually to, may nakalagay dyan milk with vinegar.
Yes.
So, what you need to do is don't use fresh milk. Pero pag fresh milk lang talaga meron ka, then use it anyway. So, may vinegar siya. And the suka naman, huwag naman yung pinakurat, yung may sili, may bawang. Kasi maging parang kilawin yung cake mo.
Yung mga bilin mo, parang para sa akin talaga eh, no?
Diba?
Yung mistakes, parang ako talaga yung nakakagawa ng mga ganyan eh.
Sobrang on point. No, Nana, this is your birthday. So this one is for you.
So 1 cup of milk that has been mixed with 1 teaspoon of vinegar.
Yeah.
Bakit ganun?
So actually, it's like you're making sour milk or buttermilk.
Okay.
So ang effect kasi ng vinegar sa or acidity sa cake mo, it will soften the cake. So yun yung effect niya. Kaya so that's why the milk is a bit like curdled. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit thick now.
Okay.
Kasi when you add vinegar, it will curdle the milk. So parang gumagawa ka ng tawag dito. Parang nag-separate yung whey tsaka yung milk. So ganun yung nangyayari. So this one will help make your cake really soft.
Okay.
So pag wala kang vinegar sa bahay, hindi ka mahilig sa vinegar, just use plain milk. That's fine. It's gonna work. But it will not be as soft. Yeah.
So just plain milk, okay then?
Yeah, okay then. Pag may evaporated milk ka, why not? I mean, it's still milk anyway. And pag may powdered milk ka lang, wag lang gumamit ng S26 or yung Bonam or ano ba
Infant formula.
I just don't use them because I don't think it's gonna match with the flavor of the cake, di ba?
Wala akong baby dito.
Okay.
So, 1 cup milk with 1 teaspoon vinegar.
Yes.
And then
I'm gonna pour yung curdled na milk sa mixture. So, kahit na mainit pa siya, it's okay.
Okay.
Ang importante lang, it's not too hot na maluluto yung itlog.
Okay.
So that's the only way you will know it's ready is because it won't cook the egg. Otherwise, you will get boiled egg in your cake. So I'm gonna add this inside.
Natatawa po kami kasi meron akong magandang kwento tungkol sa pagluluto ng hard-boiled egg.
Oh my God. You have to share that.
And yeah. So
Now you have to spill the beans. And yung egg pala, may hinalo akong
2 pieces of large eggs.
Yeah.
Or whatever size you have. Okay.
Wag lang yung itlog ng pugo kasi sobrang liit na. So your cake will not probably rise. So magiging magiging brownie. So use yung chicken egg.
Okay.
You can actually use duck egg pala.
Grabe naman alam ko na yan.
No, it's not just for you, for those who are really so curious. So yan, mimix ko lang siya until na yung itlog it's well mixed, tsaka yung gatas. And then we are ready to add the flour mixture. So ito naman 2 cups na all-purpose.
Wait, your vanilla extract.
In-add ko na with the egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 1 teaspoon vanilla extract.
Exactly, yeah.
And now you're mixing, and then
we have the flour or the dry mixture. So ang halo nito is 2 cups flour.
okay.
2 teaspoons baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, and 1 teaspoon salt.
So anong klaseng salt?
Alright, salt. Yeah, alam mo, napaka-controversial ng salt kasi nga, a lot of people are wondering bakit yung recipe books they mention kosher salt. The reason is yung kosher salt tsaka yung natural salt, yung saltiness niya is yung normal level lang. Pag nag-iodize ka, it triples the saltiness. So pag in-add mo siya sa cake mo, super salty. Tsaka yung cake mo medyo parang iba yung texture niya. So dapat natural salt ka lang. Pag iodized lang talaga meron, I would suggest yung i-reduce mo yung quantity by 1/3. So magiging 1/3 teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon na salt ang lagay mo.
So itong 1 teaspoon is for natural salt.
Natural salt, yes.
Nakasulat ba yun sa label, natural salt?
Yes, actually yes.
Hindi ako.
Should say table salt, basta non-iodized dapat. The baking soda, pag, di ba meron yung gatas natin may vinegar? Kasi acidic siya, pag nilagay mo ng baking soda, nag-change yung pH level ng cake. Nagiging parang alkaline siya. So, dahil doon, yung crumb mo lumalambot, tapos yung kulay ng cake mo, nagda-darken din siya. Actually, mapapansin mo yan pag gumagawa ka ng cookies. Kaya yung cookie mo, pag nag-bake ka, nagpa-brown siya agad dahil sa baking soda, medyo nag-yellow yung cake mo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, nakakatulong siya sa pagpalambot ng cake, tsaka yung kulay niya more on the yellowish side. So, it helps with the brown color. Tapos, baking powder is pretty straightforward. Pampaalsa din. So, now, yung dry mix mo, don't dump it all at the same time kasi maging lumpy siya. So, I would do this maybe 3 additions. So, I'm adding now the first addition. Ganyan. Tapos, halo mo lang siya, but don't be too masipag with the mixing. It just needs, so when the mixture disappears, yun lang, and then you add again. Huwag masyadong masipag. Yan. So, pangalawa na. Di ba sobrang dali lang? Less yung kalat. So, hindi ka na masyadong...
Less yung kalat. Importante, pinag-usapan natin yan.
Yes! You know, after baking, the thing is you have to wash a lot of stuff. And actually, it's not really fun.
Yeah.
So, I'm minimizing the kalat.
Very good.
And then, the last batch. Yeah.
And then after that, bake na, di ba?
Oh, bake na.
Wow! Habang nagbe-bake, hunuhugasan mo ngayon lahat yan.
Yes. Exactly. So, etong cake na to, medyo, I have a tip lang pala. If you want this cake na sobrang strong, pwede mo ring dagdagan ng cocoa powder extra sa recipe mo. Like, I would say, mga 2 tablespoons lang addition. So, maging dark yung kulay.
Okay.
So, i-add mo siya, of course, with the flour mixture. So, doon mo siya ihahalo. If you want it darker, pero you're happy with parang milk chocolate, yung parang grandma's cake style, then this is perfect. So, now, okay, ito pala yung tip ng pag nagbe-bake ka. Di ba napapansin mo minsan pag nagbe-bake ka, yung cake mo parang matagal ma-bake, tapos nasusunog na yung ibabaw sa loob, hilaw. Kasi you're forcing the tin to accommodate more mixture. So, as a rule, normally I would go only half.
Okay.
And that's it. Kasi pag ginawa mo siyang 3/4 tapos napakalalim na ng cake, of course, it will take longer. Tapos, nasusunog na yung ibabaw, nagka-crack na, di ba? Parang may Mount Mayon sa ibabaw. So, that's because you're putting too much stuff. One thing na pala, if you force the cake to be in a smaller tin, yung cake mo is heavy.
Oh.
If you divide them, kaya maraming recipe book they say divide into 2 tins. Kasi it bakes faster, tsaka yung cake mo maging light. So when you eat it, it's much lighter. Hindi yung parang nakaumay siya.
But what if I want it that way? Yung parang mas dense?
But then, you can do that. It will just, if you do that, you have to reduce your temperature by 10 degrees.
Para masunog yung labas.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I'm dividing it into 2 para maganda yung alsa kasi I want this to be lighter for Nana.
What if I don't have an oven?
If you don't have an oven, alam mo na isip ko rin to pag yung, di ba meron tayong mga oven toasters na nakokontrol naman yung temperature?
Okay.
You can bake this in like sa loob ng oven toaster kasi nga this is a very forgiving recipe. So it will bake in almost any kind of mode of yung equipment mo. So
As long as you can, it's an oven toaster that you can
you can control
control.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kasi yung oven toaster, it's meant to grill. So sobrang init kaya masusunog. So yung iba kasi you can still control yung temperature. So you can use that. It will work. Tapos you can also use actually a lot of people are doing these days they bake it inside the rice cooker.
Oh,
Pwede naman.
rice cooker?
Oh, kasi yung temperature niyan is just above boiling, siguro 120. So, wag masyadong makapal yung cake, yung ano lang, kasi it will take forever. Tapos, it will bake.
Oh.
Di ba?
So, seryoso pala yun? Yung note mo dito? Kala ko joke mo ako.
But, baka meron lang, depende kasi sa rice cooker, baka may tutong sa ilalim. So, you can call it tutong chocolate cake. Tapos saan pa ba hindi, yung sa turbo boiler,
Broiler, pwede rin yan. No?
ano ba yung setting ng temperature mo? Pwede bang bumaba ng 170 daw?
Oo nga, hindi ko alam.
If you can pull the temperature down to like 170, pwede naman. Ang trick ko lang doon, you cover with foil yung ibabaw para hindi masusunog yung surface.
Okay.
So, lagyan mo ng foil and then you put it in the turbo broiler and then you bake it there. So, pwede naman siya. Diba? So, now I'm gonna put this in our preheated oven. So, this will take maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
Then, it's gonna be ready. This one bakes really fast. Hindi siya yung maarte masyado na cake. Madali siyang mabake eh.
So, madali siya in many ways.
Yeah, in many ways.
Madali ingredients, madali mabake, madali hugasan yung mga
Exactly.
ginamit.
Actually, paghuhugas is a form of therapy for me. So it makes me, like feel more in touch with nature.
Talaga?
Kasi you remember how hard it is to para prepare things and then now finally you're in the washing part. So para bang you're thanking the tools for making life easy.
I will do that. May gratitude, no? Habang nalulungkot.
Gratitude, exactly.
Instead of resentment na nakakainsaman, dami-dami nito. What's the temperature? 170 degrees.
170 degrees, yeah.
Oo.
And then again, if you are using like an oven yung toaster na may direct, masyadong malapit yung heating element, I will cover the pan with foil para hindi masyadong direct yung heat para hindi siya masusunog sa ibabaw.
Okay. Okay. So we wait.
Yes, we wait. Welcome back. So we are finalizing our cake. Ayan na ang nana cake.
Yay!
Okay.
Nakakainis naman. I can't even try it.
Diba, it's ano din, napaka-level nung ibabaw kasi nga we're not forcing it to bake in one small mold.
Container.
Yeah.
Then,
So,
kanina, you
Yeah.
said it will probably take about 15 minutes.
yeah.
So, nagdadalan tayo dun sa 15 minutes na yun. But you added a few more, di ba?
Yes, it went up to like 25 to 28 minutes.
Mm-mm.
So again, what I do is I do two things. I either use the toothpick,
To check if luto na.
luto na. So you just have to poke it, and then pag wala ng crumbs, yeah, it's clean, so it's cooked. Or if you're well experienced, I do the pressure test. I just touch the surface. Pag ano na siya, yung parang it springs back, that means na luto na siya. Pag press mo, medyo parang kumakilos pa yung surface, ibig sabihin basa pa yung ibabaw. So it's not ready for the birthday. So Nana, happy birthday to you. This is my tribute cake.
And then you're gonna enjoy it without me.
Actually, I prepared another cake yesterday and I couldn't stop myself. Kaya
Already ate it.
I ate, yeah. So, tingnan mo, it's wasak na kasi I ate. Sabi ko, I just have to celebrate
Same
that.
recipe.
Hmm?
Is that the
Yeah,
same?
it's using the same recipe, but it's a bigger cake with all the shebang. So may mga sauce, may garnish,
Okay.
and yeah, ito pala you can always use your favorite frosting. Kahit na, you know what I would recommend. The easiest way to make a frosting is cream and chocolate. So
It's
ano lang,
like
one
cream
is to
and
one.
chocolate.
Yeah,
Okay.
you like ganache basically. So you boil the milk, you add the chocolate. So it's a 1:1, like 1 cup cream. You put 1 cup chocolate, mix it, and then let it cool down a bit, and you can use it to decorate the cake.
Okay.
And then you have your cake, your dessert for the day.
I will try to make that.
Yes, you should. Yeah, I will send this to you. I will. I'm calling up actually DHL, so they will be packing this up.
Rachel, it'll take what? How many weeks or?
That will be a post-birthday cake. Na.
Oo nga. Baka Christmas cake na yan.
Baka Christmas cake na, exactly.
Thank you, Noel. Thank you for my birthday cake.
And thank you, then, Nana, for having me over. I know I'm not physically there, but I'm really having fun sharing your special day today with these lovely cakes for you.
Nice celebration. Baking and a lot of chica. Diba?
Yeah, exactly.
So, Noel, why don't you invite them to follow your social media accounts?
I'm very active on Instagram, so you can definitely find me with the with the account at Chef Nouel. So just look me up there, and then you can. I also have a website which is www.chefnouel.com. But my presence is more on Instagram, so you can see my stories, my posts, and get inspired and follow my story.
Super creatively done pastries ang makikita nyo sa kanyang Instagram account. Thanks again, Noel.
Thank you, Nana.
Thank you to all of you who celebrated with me in this episode of my Pretend TV show.